Mr. Beast is saving endangered animals. What up, between the reaction/breakdown video? We are watching the fundraiser. Mr. Beast doing another GOAT action. Hit the like button, comment below, let me know what y'all think, subscribe, join the family. Let's get right into the reaction video.
There are only a handful of places left on Earth where humans and animals live in complete harmony. In the heart of Africa, in Kenya, lies the Masai Mara. I came here 1 year ago while building 100 wells throughout Africa, where I met the Maasai tribe, an ancient nomadic group that have preserved their culture and way of living for centuries. But just like we see in other places...
Is Mr. Beast single-handedly reversing racism? Is he single-handedly giving retributions to our ancestors?
Across the globe, greed and human ignorance pose the biggest threat to the natural world.
Animals find their habitat threatened by human activities.
Plastic has reached every corner of the globe.
This threatens everyone.
1 million animals around the world are now at risk of extinction.
But there is a glimmer of hope. This is the Masai Mara Wildlife Conservancy's association.
Who was them? Those look like the Africans from Captain Phillips. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now.
A group of local Maasai people that are doing everything they can to preserve.
Dude, he has a rusty AR in his hand. Mr. Beast is hanging with thugs.
What's left through a combination of traditional methods and modern day techniques like data science and analysis, ridding poaching almost entirely and protecting the remaining natural resources.
Is that a real rhino? A rhinoceros? I didn't know rhinoceros was real animals. I thought they were fiction made up. Look at those things, they are beasts.
But there are now more pressing challenges being faced that nobody is talking about. So Dan and Darren went back to the Masai Mara to see how we can further help this community. And not far from the campsite, Dan and Darren came across something extraordinary. This is Elizabeth, one of the endangered white rhinos the rangers protect.
What a beautiful animal.
It's unbelievable, like
the power, you can like feel it.
27 years you've been with these animals.
Yeah.
So they're like children to you?
Yes.
These rangers work day and night to ensure the protection of these endangered animals. And because they are all local Maasai people, they have a deeper understanding of who they are as shepherds of the wildlife.
When we arrived at the campsite, we met with Daniel, the CEO of the Maasai Conservancies, to find out what other challenges they are facing.
If you look at the last 40 years, scientific information shows a decline of wildlife numbers, and nearly 40% of the wildlife have been lost. And this was as a result of habitat destructions in particular.
The downfall in the Mara all started 60 years ago when the land was divided and given to the Maasai people for private ownership. This led to investors buying the land for development and exploitation of resources. Many Maasai had no choice but to accept the money, abandoning their ancestral heritage and putting the habitat that millions of Maasai and animals rely on at risk of being destroyed. To combat this problem, the conservancies came up with a plan to incentivize landowners to lease their land to the Maasai Conservancy in return for a monthly payment so that they could preserve their territory and traditions.
This idea of conservation is just strengthening our...
That's a true elephant, bro. I want to touch an elephant. Just rub its face, bro.
Relationship with wildlife and nature. That those people who are considered as custodians of wild animals are now benefiting.
In the last 18 years, more than 24 conservancies have been formed in the Masai Mara, allowing for the Maasai tribe and wildlife to flourish together. But Tarn, the lead project manager for the Conservancy, told us that natural disasters and weather events like climate change have proven to be the biggest problem that the Maasai now faces.
Sadly, we've had some really unexpected weather events. We've had massive flooding events. We've lost property in the form of tourism camps. And more importantly, we've lost lives from some of the rangers who work out here to protect this valuable ecosystem.
We've seen quite devastating floods. As they are coming back from their normal patrols, they found that the water level has risen in the river, so they were actually trying to cross. The vehicles was toppled over by the strong currents of the water, and out of the 7 rangers, 2 rangers lost their lives. They lost
2 rangers drowned in the line of duty. Mr. Beast is not only saving people's lives, but he's documenting lost soldiers.
their lives in the line of duty, protecting our precious natural resources. We're trying to find a way to support the affected families.
Both rangers had large families who they provided for on a daily basis. And their tragic death has now left the families without a source of income.
Hopefully in the future we can have an alert system to avoid these sorts of tragedies ever happening again.
One way the conservancies are looking to combat this problem is through the installation of weather stations.
Weather stations are crucial for doing the ecosystem monitoring work and ultimately being able to make informed ecosystem management decisions that go into the conservation effort here.
Another struggle is the complete lack of electricity at the ranger base camps, which makes basic tasks like charging a flashlight and powering the current weather stations extremely difficult.
This all goes in to form the backbone infrastructure that these rangers need.
They about to ask for 25 cents a day, bro, because I ain't got it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a recession, bro. It's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get that money for the rent. When the Cadillac and gas money spent, it's a whole lot jumping ship. You gotta hear me.
To be able to do effective ecosystem monitoring and ecosystem management work. And that's been a big shift in how conservation has worked in this landscape over the past 20 years.
It feels like we're at an inflection point in time right now, and if we don't do something about this, it may be lost forever.
We want to do everything we can to make a long-lasting impact on the conservation in the Masai Mara. So Darren met up with Michelle, the president from our long-term partners Give Power. They have been working with the conservancies in generating clean energy for the rangers. Give Power will be supplying the whole ranger station with clean energy to give light at night. And most importantly, power the weather stations and sensors to predict environmental changes and events to protect the Maasai people. And furthermore, expand the protected Masai Mara areas.
So I got very excited about the opportunity to bring power to some of these ranger stations. We also got the opportunity to create a digital connection to be able to transmit important information that they gather in the field to a system that would allow us to start creating carbon credits.
Carbon credits are bought by companies to offset their carbon footprint and allows them to release a certain amount of greenhouse gases. If the Conservancy gets additional weather stations, they will be able to sell the carbon credits to companies that need it in order to continually expand and protect the Masai Mara. In addition to the 7 weather stations and solar grids that we installed,
What are carbon credits, bruh? I've never had C4 energy drink before. Skittles, cherry, starburst, strawberry, starburst. No, I've never had any C4.
Darren is just about to surprise Daniel with even more.
Daniel, we're going to pay.
If you want to watch the end of this video, go to Beast Philanthropy on YouTube. Hit the like button, comment below, let me know what you want to see next. Subscribe, join the family. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.